Hey guys, welcome to FreckleFace Finance, where we discuss personal finances open and honestly so that you can live the life that you deserve. So on this channel, I am all about discussing personal finances and how that relates to you being able to achieve financial freedom, because I think that financial freedom is achievable for everybody. And so I think when we discuss personal finances openly with one another, then more people are able to achieve that. So that is pretty much the exact reason why I created this channel and why, FreckleFace Finance exists. So one of the things that I think is important is salary transparency. And one thing that it's just a personal thing of mine that I cannot stand is doing the exact same job as somebody else and not getting paid the same amount of money as them. And I think that that is easily fixable if people were more open and honest about their salary. For some reason, personal finances is just so taboo and no one ever wants to talk about it. People always think that you're in someone's business, or they just like clam up when you ask them questions. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the conversation started, and in today's video we're gonna discuss what I do for a living, what the salary potential is for that career field, and specifically how much my salary is. So if you're interested in that type of information, keep watching. So this video will specifically pertain to the Washington, D.C. area because that is where I live and where I work. So I am a program security manager in the Washington, D.C. area. And I actually haven't seen a lot of information on YouTube about program security management. And I kind of think that it's a career field that's just not talked about. And I think people just kind of don't know it. Or at least if they do, they don't post about it online. So what a program security manager does is they protect a company's intellectual property. So this type of intellectual property is pretty much why a company specifically exists. And so if this information is public or if it's released, it will significantly decrease the whole reason that the company exists. For example, Company A is an electric vehicle company, and they have developed a technology that allows for cars to have self-driving capabilities. That doesn't sound familiar at all. So if Company A has a self-driving technology and they've spent billions and billions of dollars researching and developing the specific technology in order to build this capability, and then Company B steals it. And so Company B is able to reap the benefits that Company A spent in all of the research in order to build this self-driving vehicle. So that's what program security managers are for. Our sole duty is to protect the intellectual property or specific proprietary information to a specific company or agency in order to keep it from falling into the wrong hands. So in order for competitors to not get their hands on it, in order for Company A to be able to do with it what their intellectual rights are. So now that I've explained what a program security manager does, I'm sure you're just like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Like, if companies are gonna spend millions or billions of dollars researching and coming up with these new technologies or these new drugs or just any type of intellectual property, of course they're gonna pay to protect it, right? So that's where program security managers come in, and that's what I do for a living. So as you can imagine, there are a ton of different types of program security managers, from technology to pharmaceuticals to hardware. So there's a ton of different types, but I specifically specialize in technology. So in case you're wondering like what a normal day in the life of a program security manager would be like, I get up, go to work, answer emails, take phone calls. I sit in a lot of senior level meetings, so we meet with stakeholders. So just like if you're like familiar with the program manager's role or a project manager's role, I'm very similar to that, but I focus specifically on how we're gonna protect the intellectual property of whatever company. So that's pretty much what a day in the life of a program security manager is like. So what makes a good program security manager? So I think in order for you to excel in this career field, you have to be very organized. You have to have really good written and verbal communication skills. Like, you're gonna sit in a lot of senior level meetings. You're gonna meet with a lot of executives because they wanna know that you know what you're doing. Like, they're spending a lot of money creating this intellectual property, and so they want to feel like their program security manager knows how to properly protect it. So you're going to have to be able to speak very clearly, verbally, explain in detail complex information. You're going to have to write a lot of emails. Like, you're going to have to be able to communicate. You're going to have to be able to communicate. Also too, I think a good program security manager is gonna be a self-starter. Like, you have to be able to take the initiative, and you have to want to be willing to learn. Like, these people just be on it. It's very fast paced, and I think that if you're able to sit and learn everything about the information that it is that you're protecting, so like if you're protecting a specific pharmaceutical drug, you have to know like what that drug is, how it works, just like the different little aspects of it, because if you don't know what it is, then how can you protect it? And you have to be able to communicate what it is, because the stakeholders want to know that you know what you're doing. So I definitely think you have to be a self-starter. You have to be self-motivated and self-teaching, because nobody is going to teach you how to do it. It's like very cutthroat, y'all. Like, no one is going to sit there and teach you the technology. You're going to deal with a lot of intelligent people, because these companies are hiring very intelligent people. Like, do you think dumb people work at Tesla? Like, like, let's be real. Like, it's gonna be very like smart, educated, like engineers who are working there, and you're gonna have to work with them in order to understand what the technology is, or what the information is that you're protecting, and then be able to implement some type of security plan for it. So yeah, very, very challenging career field. So how do you become a program security manager? And so one of the good things about this career field is that you do not require a college degree. Like, there are tons of people who are thriving as program security managers who don't have degrees. Like, just like there's tons of people who are thriving as project managers who don't have degrees. So definitely don't shy away from the career field if you don't have a degree. I think what really is gonna make you stand out amongst everyone else is how easily it is to teach you something. So you have to be able to learn quick, and you have to be self-motivated to take the time to learn the information on your own. Because like I said, no one is gonna sit there and try. Oop, my earring fell out. So because there are so many different types of intellectual properties that you may be protecting, there is no specific degree field, or there's no required degree. Just like with any career field, I think once you get in the door, your work ethic is gonna speak for itself. And I think that you start putting, you know, you have some good resume builders, those type of like things that you can talk to on your resume, and that's how you get selected for higher paying, you know, companies in order to protect their intellectual property. Okay, so now let's get to the juicy part of the video, what I'm sure you pretty much came here for, which is what is the salary potential for this type of career field? So for entry-level positions in 2022, or pretty much 2023 now, entry-level positions with about 1 to 3 years of experience, you can be expected to make a salary of $50K to $80K. So for mid-career people who have a work experience of 5 to 10 years, you can be expected to make $80 to $126K. And then on Google, people who are considered senior level program security managers can be expected to make a salary of between $126K and $173K. I will say this, I think that those Google numbers are definitely averages, because I have actually looked on Indeed for program security manager positions, and they, you know, as the world grows, and as technology grows, and as like all of these advances, like companies is paying some coin. So when I looked on Indeed for program security manager positions, I've seen anywhere between 130 all the way up to 170. So, you know, Google is probably giving averages, but like when you actually look on Indeed and look at open positions for this career field, with senior level experience, let's start there. With senior level experience, so 10 or more, I would say that the range is about 130 to 170, 180. So just keep that in mind. So in order to be fully transparent, I'm considered a senior level program security manager because I have 10 plus years of experience, and I have a salary of about 130K. So I started off about 10 years ago actually, and back then the minimum salary was $42,000 a year. And then I've just worked myself up. Like, I've been on a lot of projects, I've taken the initiative, and I just really just held my own in my career field. Very adamant about growing and, you know, seeking opportunities. And so because of that and because of my work ethic, I have been able to work up. And so I landed a senior level program security manager position about 2 years ago. No, 1 year ago. About 1 year ago. Yeah, I've been doing it a little. It's been about 1.5 years now. So yes, just full transparency out there for you guys. If you are interested in being a program security manager, or if you currently are a program security manager and you're realizing that you're underpaid. Alright guys, so like I said, I have actually been looking on Indeed and because I've been doing that, that's kind of like letting y'all know that I am on the hunt for a new job. So I've actually created some resume templates in order to help you guys out if you're interested in becoming a program security manager yourself. I went ahead and listed some templates that I personally use for my resume now on my Etsy page, and you can find that in the link below. So right now I have 2 different versions on Etsy. I have like a blank template with kind of like some, hey, you should include this in this section, like type of bullet points. And then I have one where I just pretty much listed my resume and just took out like my address and phone number and those type of things. So it kind of has like the language in the resume in case you wanted to use that to land you, you know, your next 6-figure job as a program security manager. So you can find both of those templates in my Etsy page listed in the description box below. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I already feel like I've been talking forever. But if you can do me a favor, if you're open to it, if you can list in the comment section down below what your title is, approximately how many years you've been working, and what your salary is. Or if you're not comfortable, just list like a rough salary estimate so that other people can see what career fields, you know, have high salary potential, and to make sure that if they have the same years of experience, be able to see if they're getting underpaid. So I can't stand the way that, you know, corporate currently works, where everyone is just super secret about their salary, and literally your coworker who's doing the exact same job as you, who has as many years of experiences as you, but just maybe didn't have the tips in order to negotiate a better salary in their interview process or negotiation process before they started the position, and now they're being underpaid. So if you can just help out your fellow YouTubers, I would greatly appreciate that. I went ahead and already done put my business out there and got the conversation started. So I'm sure you guys can do it too, especially if you don't have to show your face. So alright, if you guys enjoyed this video even a little bit, please make sure to give me a thumbs up so that we can push this to a larger audience, because salary transparency needs to be a thing. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. These get easier and easier to do the more I do them. So I'm starting to really enjoy making these videos. And just the feedback that I have been getting has been awesome. So thank you guys so much for all the love. And you know, we're gonna keep putting ourselves out there and making these cringy videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.